All right, so I want to share a little bit of what I'm doing today. So I went to Tractor Supply because I needed some more chicken feed, as always. And they had 50% off of all birds. So Tractor Supply will sometimes have ducks, turkeys, different breeds of chickens. And I have been saying that I wanted to get some meat birds. Now, I was going to place an order for some meat birds in April for like 50 of them, but didn't. I got stable. I was driving, and I shouldn't have been recording and driving. But anyways, I opted for not getting the meat birds because I didn't get confirmation from the family members that were supposed to help me process them. And actually now, looking back, I'm glad I did it because we will be processing them right now in the heat of the summer. So today I went to Tractor Supply and they had them on sale, 50% off. So I saved money. But then also, 10 weeks from now will be October and it will be fall. So it won't be extremely hot when we're outside trying to process these chickens. So another thing is I didn't want to have them in the house anymore, which is usually, you can put them down, which is usually where I would have to keep them because I don't have a barn or garage or anywhere else that I can put them. So, can you do me a favor? I need a water hose. Where was I? I didn't want to have them out in the house because they smell. And I'm trying to keep my house clean as much as possible during the harvest season. So I also don't want to have a smell. And I would keep them in a play yard, kids play yard that, I've had multiple over the years. And with a mattress or crib sheet over it to keep them in. Since it is consistently I think it drops to maybe the 75 at night at the coldest, they can be outside. So I have my bigger chicks right here. And I have this, which is where I kept my baby chicks when they came outside, when it was warm enough for them to be outside before they went in there. I'm going to put the babies in here. Oh, well, when you turned it on, it's on. That's how that works. That's not going to work. Okay. Teenagers. Turn it on real quick. Turn it. Okay. Now we know it works. Now you can take. Don't do that. Oh my God, it fell over. The chickens fell over. Get the chickens. They keep jumping off. Yeah, but don't let them get out.
Why are there so many of them? And it's one of them is suffocating. Oh my God, Mommy, I think one's dead.
No, it's just upside down.
Mommy, she was dying.
He or she, they're straight run.
Come out. What if we let him out? Chicken run.
Oh, seriously?
Chicken run. Look, they're just gonna stand there. You don't know where they are, so they're not gonna run.
Why? Anyways, so I'm going to clean this out really good. And I'm going to put some straw down. And they're going to be in here for a time. So I'm going to put the camera down and I'm going to probably let this time lapse. As I'm doing this. Okay. Whew. So, let's talk about meat birds. I went into the store the other day to get something to cook for dinner and clean my trash up. The whole chickens in the store were like $11, $12. And those were for some small birds, about the size that I normally will cook for my family. $11 or $12. And I started to get frustrated because that's a lot, right? I said I wanted to be sustainable. I do know how to process a chicken. I haven't done it in like large batches. I've only done it in like 1 or 2 at a time. But when I do see the meat at the store, I also buy in bulk. So I have a freezer that is my meat freezer. I have whole chickens in there, ribs, some meat that I get from the farmer's market from a local. She has lamb, beef, pork. I don't necessarily buy the chickens from her because I have chickens of my own. But a part of wanting to switch over to this type of lifestyle requires that I'm going to have to start getting real about what I need to do. Now, obviously, I can't have a cow on this property. So I would still have to buy my meat from somewhere else, and I would try to source locally if I can, if it's affordable. I also want to have some hogs one day. I have some space back yonder, just not ready yet, and some goats so that I can have my own goat meat and milk. Those are the things that I want to add, of course, to my homestead. However, I already have chickens. I get eggs from these chickens. Occasionally, if I have a rooster, like we process the rooster the week after 4th of July. And so if I have extra roosters, or I had a hen that stopped laying. She was about 2.5, 3 years old. And I could tell she wasn't laying anymore. None of her eggs. She was a particular breed, and none of her eggs were showing up, even when production was high. So for the other birds. So we processed her as well. But outside of that, and I had some meat birds before. When I first moved out here, I had about 5 of them, and I processed them one at a time. But outside of that, I have not. I wanted to get the 50 meat birds back in April. I had some friends and family that had showed interest in wanting to come and help me out here, and I couldn't get any type of like commitment, so I didn't, because I didn't want to be trying to process 50 birds by myself. It's a lot of work. I did invest in a plucker, which would have made it easier, but still, it's a lot of work. So I didn't do it, and like I said a little while ago, I'm glad I didn't, because I would be processing them right now, and if I had ordered them in April, I would have received them at the end of May, and I would be processing right now. And it is hot, and it is an all-day thing, and there's no way I would have gotten anyone else to commit to coming out here and spending all day outside in the heat. But then I also would not have wanted to commit myself. So I'm glad I didn't. I'm sharing this right now because I just wanted to show one of the things that I've learned in this journey, of course, is that this is actually the time that I want to get my meat birds. Now, I didn't order them online because I went into Tractor Supply to get some chicken feed, saw that they were on sale for 50% off. They had 13 left of the Cornish Rock, which is a meat breed. And I thought, why not get them here? So let's talk about cost. They were originally $2.69 for straight run Cornish Rock a piece. They had 50% off, so I paid $1.30 some 36 cents, 30 odd cents. I can't remember the exact amount per chick. They also are already about a week or two old, maybe a week old. So in total, I've spent, with tax and everything, $18 on 13 birds. Now, okay, if you're comparing $18 for 13 birds to, let's say, $10 a bird at the store, and I'd be paying $130, that is a big savings. But you also got to calculate feed. And really, that's it, feed. Because there's not really much to it, especially if you already have a setup. I already have a setup for baby chicks. So I'm not really having to pay for anything else. They don't go to the vet, so you don't have to pay for anything like that. But feed is a cost. You're talking about roughly about 2.5, let's say 3 months total. I'll probably do these for about 10 weeks. That's going to put me in October, which is the perfect time for me to process because it'll be cool. I'll be able to find a cool day to do this. So I won't be in the sun all day trying to process birds. I had this left over. It's upside down because I'll go over that in a second. But I had this left over from when I had my my baby chicks, my Morans that I bought for laying. It's a starter feed. This bag, it was a 50-pound bag of feed, starter grower. This is what you would need for baby chicks. This bag is upside down because when I bought it at the store, it was ripped open. As you can see, some tape on it. There was a hole in it at the bottom. And so at my Tractor Supply, when they are ripped open and taped up like that, they actually give you a discount. The bag itself, I believe, is $21, I want to say, for 50 pounds. So, 50-pound bag. Okay. A 50-pound bag for 20, let's just say 25. I don't think it was $25. But let's just say $25 dollars, which I know I spent less than 20 on this because it was open. But if you don't have any on sale, $25, you're really not saving a lot, right? I'm going to say $100 investment for the 13 birds. At the store, I would probably spend $130 to $150 depending on each individual bird, okay? So I'm saving $30 to $50 maybe total on this chicken. Now that's a lot to save, especially for someone who may not have $30 to $50. But it's not a lot for someone who's like, all that work, I might as well just buy the chickens. Okay, I see your point, in a way. But then I also factor in, number one, the cost of food is going up, actually, like, as we speak. So right now it's $10 to $15, $10 to $13, whatever, for a whole chicken. 5 months from now, I ain't wishing this on nobody, but it could be $20. All right, so now you're spending a whole lot more, right? Also, I've gone to the store and they haven't had any chicken at all. And this is not during COVID, you know, the food shortage during the main part of COVID. This is like a regular trip to the grocery store in the past couple of months. No chicken. And I've had to go to like 2 different stores to find chicken. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, that was for real. They didn't have any chicken. And there is multiple reasons for that, possibly. But that could be an issue, right? And then the main thing for me is I know what I feed my chickens. I know the conditions that they live in. I know what I'm eating. They don't get any shots, any steroids, any of that. I mean, I know that some of the packs of chickens will say that, but do you really know? So I know what I'm feeding my family, and I'm also teaching them some survival skills, because we don't know what's going to happen in this world. And I'm not one of those people that's going to like talk doom and gloom and, fear for these different conspiracies of the world ending and stuff. I'm not going to go there. I do know that we just don't know. And it doesn't hurt to be prepared for life in general. My job as a mother is to prepare them for life, period. And so if I don't know what life is going to be like 10, 15, 20 years from now, or even after I'm gone and I can't help them, I'm going to prepare them for whatever I can prepare them for. So having them here, understanding how to raise their own food, how to process their own chickens, how to save, how to cook from scratch, how to preserve, all of these things is important. So I'm saving more, way more than just $30, $50. I could be saving my kids' life and their future. But anyway, so I just wanted to share this teachable moment with you all and my thought process, and hopefully it will help someone either now or in the future as they start to build their homestead, their dream. I'm not buying any more chicks anymore anytime soon, hopefully ever, because those hens out there, I have every breed that I want right now, unless they come out with something else. And I even have the ability to possibly breed a different color egg with the ones that I have. So I will not be purchasing any more baby chicks. Maybe. I will be purchasing another incubator, because the incubator that I had last year and this year was just not working for me. So I'm going to purchase another incubator, and it actually is like one that has the gauge on it, and it also has a light for candling to see, to check the eggs. But I'll be doing that, and I'll be hatching out my own chicks exclusively next year. Y'all hold me to that, okay? Don't let me go in that store and buy no chicks next year. If I start talking about going and buying some chicks next year, y'all better get in my comment section and say, we're not doing that. You better go hatch out your own chicks. I mean, I have 10 eggs in here right now with no basket. Y'all need some water and some food. All right, let me get that too. I actually cracked one on accident. So I had 4. I'm gonna have 3 in this hand. I'm gonna have 2 in my pocket. And I came out here last night and got some. So this rooster went out the gate when I opened it, and now he's trying to get back in. Come on. Come on. With his silly self. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside, put these eggs up, kind of clean my face with all this sweat, and then come back out and feed the baby chicks. But I just wanted to share the experience, some knowledge that I gained, wisdom that I gained in this process. And I'm open to some other suggestions as well. But I hope I was able to help someone. So thank you all for joining us here at Royal Roots Homestead. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, be blessed.